Quote, Maajid Nawaz expertly debunks the theory that Islam is inherently fundamentalist. What do you think, Armin? Thanks. That is nonsense. What does that even mean? Islam is... okay, what do you mean? Define fundamentalist. That is a nonsensical phrase. Islam is inherently fundamentalist. Fundamentalist describes people, and it usually describes people to the degree that they're taking their religion seriously and the fundamentals of their religion. So it's like saying, Armin, how closely have you studied organic chemistry? Like very closely. I studied it very good. Like I think I'm gonna ace the exam. Like, okay. Do you think organic chemistry is very versed at organic chemistry? Do you think organic chemistry is very organic chemistry-y? What? Like, what do you mean? Like, like Islam. So this is Islam. Okay, these are people. Okay, the people who are taking the fundamentals of Islam very seriously, they're fundamentalist. Okay, you can't describe Islam as fundamentalist or not fundamentalist unless you're using a different definition that I'm not familiar with. Is there a different definition? Like, do you guys get what I'm saying? How could Islam not be fundamentalist? How could... yeah, it is. Doesn't make sense. Hey, wait a second. Maybe you mean Islam doesn't require one to take its fundamentals seriously. So maybe you're saying Islam is not a religion. It's a religion where you could be like, you just be like, I'm just gonna, yeah, like I'll just have a sample size of Islam, please. Thank you very much. No, I'm not. I'm full. I don't need the entire thing. Just a little bit of taste of Islam. I'm just gonna tap my toe in the water a little bit. And Islam is like, it's okay. You don't have to have the entire thing. You can have just a little bit of it. You can have... no, if that's what you mean by Islam, no. Islam requires you to take the whole thing. Right? If that's what you mean by whether Islam is fundamentalist or not. Like you can't accept half of the Quran. Like the Quran warns you about the people who accept some of the Quran and not. The Quran itself warns you about the people who take some of the Quran and not the rest of the Quran. So it's actually, when it comes to being a religion that accepts non-fundamentalists, Islam is the least religion like that, right? Like you could say, let's be fair to Hindus. Hindus could just say, like, Hinduism, you could just be a little Hindu, or you could be very Hindu. That's completely up to you. There's no pressure, right? That's accurate about Hinduism. Okay, not accurate about Islam. I mean, you can, if Muslim can not be very serious about Islam. I'm not saying it's physically impossible. Obviously, most Muslims are not. Most Muslims do not take Islam very seriously. Obviously, it's not hard-coded within the laws of the universe, making them incapable of doing so. It's just that Islam doesn't want, like, according to the teachings of Islam, you should take the whole thing. Okay, there are certain hadiths that says don't be extreme with your religion. So there are hadiths that say that. Let's be fair to that. But when you think about fundamentalists, you're talking about somebody who accepts the fundamentals of your religion fully, right? You're not talking about somebody. So a fundamentalist and a radical like jihadist are not necessarily the same thing, right? A fundamentalist is somebody who just accepts all of the fundamental of your religion, right? So the Quran being accepted as a direct word of God is obviously a religion that tells you that all of these words have to be accepted, right? So you could be a fundamentalist that is not a radical jihadist or something like that. You just accept all the fundamentals of your religion, right? So even if you're not extreme with your actions, you're still a fundamentalist because you have accepted all the fundamentals. And Islamic teaching is very explicit that you need to do that. The fact that Muslims don't do that, that doesn't mean that that's not a teaching of Islam. It's not a contradiction to say something is a teaching of Islam and most Muslims don't follow it. That's not a contradiction.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.